Alright guys, here's my Qualcomm slash eLogs. I know some of you say you hate eLogs. I thought the same thing. It's good and bad. The good thing is I'm always going to be legal. Bad thing is I'm not going to incriminate myself. There are no bad things about it. For those of you who've been driving a little while, you know what I mean. But overall, I like it. I like always knowing that I'm going to be legal and not get caught. But not that I ever would in the past, because I was always legal before 100%. So, from here, you've got your navigation buttons and your enter. You've got your home. The woman also speaks to you here. Her name is Sam or something. I don't know, she's actually got a name, so.
Home. Messaging.
Alright, and then in there, you've got messaging. I'm not going to go into there because it's company sensitive. Login information, performance monitoring, hours of service. Push that
web browser.
Shut up. Web browser. In case you have Wi-Fi access, driver training, settings, all that kind of stuff right there. None of that I really use.
Critical event reporting.
And that's if I roll the truck, it'll tell me that I've rolled the truck. And it's got some games. Look at that. Play solitaire if I wanted. And anyways, so there's that. So you press home again.
Home. Messaging. You have 3 hours and 26 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay, so I'm on a 34-hour reset right now. I've been on for 23.5 hours in the sleeper, so I am about 10 or so hours away. I was off for a little while, but I'm about 10 hours or so away from completing that reset, and that tells me where I am, when I started it, hours gained at the start of day, all that kind of good stuff. So when I'm ready to roll, I go in here and I change. You've got off duty, sleeper berth, driving. That's, you don't really have to touch that. Once you actually get driving, it switches you automatically after 3 miles. And on duty, let's just pretend I'm going on duty. Go into note here and go to pre-trip inspection. Boom. Press OK and you're good. You start your pre-trip. And then off-duty driving, like if you're off-duty but you want to head to Walmart, a lot of companies frown on that, too much of that, because, you know, you're, I guess, wasting gas, fuel and whatnot. So that I've never used, actually. So just cancel that. Summary. There's basically the hours of summary of what you got. I've got all my time back except for my 70 hour. I got 3 hours left. I ran out of my 70. That's why I'm taking my 34-hour reset. Oh, and there's my name. Yeah, my name's Matthew Lynch. Guess that's not a secret anymore, is it? And here's a graph. This is kind of what you show the DOT. You've got your off, sleeper berth, driving, and on duty. And your totals right there. The date, of course. And then you can go back. And you can go back. And you can go, thank you, and see what you've done. And right here, I was on the sleeper berth in Oakley, Kansas. Press next, and I came down to there. And what did I do there exactly? Info, on duty, don't know. And I went to driving, off duty for a break, back to driving, off duty, on duty in Fort Collins. Info, nothing there. Sometimes that'll show you like if you're fueling or whatnot. Let's go next, and it shows you duration and where you were. That just helps the DOT. And then go back to the next day and cycle through. Okay, let's go back to today. There's the day log. That shows you what you've done during the day, as far as where you were and what you were doing and all that kind of good stuff. And this is your 8-day, because I'm on an 8-day 70-hour time frame. So this goes back, so you can see the hours and mileage I've done. Some pretty good days, that kind of thing. You're driving and on duty, and all the dates and whatnot. This is to approve all of the logs that you've set. You basically approve them, and I guess that sends it off to dispatch or whatnot. So since I've been off, you know, I'm going to go ahead and approve this, just to say that those logs are correct in case you needed to edit them. Actually, I'm going to edit this one. So you go into here, your sleeper berth. You're actually, well, no, I wasn't in sleeper berth that whole time, or I wasn't off duty. I was on duty, unloading, but I messed it up and I forgot, you know, to go back on duty. You hit the edit button, and this, see up there is original. You're in sleeper berth from to for 9 hours. So you go here and you change this to I was on duty until such and such a time. Blah, blah, blah. I can't do it right now, but you change the time when you were and just put in a note for why. Okay, or you can split it, press that little scissor button right there, and you were on duty from there until there. Just change that to the whatever, just change that to something, done. And then you were in the sleeper berth until whenever, and in a note, press OK, and it changes it for you. So that's how to do that real quick. So again, we'll approve these and hit OK, and there you go. And that load, basically, one sec. Okay, that load, just you put in here, you put new load. This is just for when you're on your paper logs, you put in the load number, bill of lading number, that kind of thing, if you need to. Your trailer numbers and all that. This is just for the DOT to see all that stuff on that paper log right there. So you just type that in when you're under a new load, and there you go. This button right here takes you to settings. Don't really need to go through that. And this is a back button right here. Okay, performance monitoring. Log in, obviously you log in under your driver ID. That's how you get paid and whatnot. And performance monitoring, there's my engine time, 93%, because I'm not under a trip right now. So all of the time that I've been sitting here idling, I haven't been driving. That's why it's so high. Once I get going, that'll drop drastically. I usually run about 3 to 5% idle time, thanks to that bunk heater and distance zero, whatnot. Performance, as you can see, I'm not actually sure I should be showing you guys this, so just don't tell my company, alright? So that'll tell you if you overspeed, threshold right here, over RPM, over 1650, over speed, excess speed, alright, there's that. Parameters, and then we just get more boring as we go along, alright? So then you go back home, and go over, and let me show you the web browser. Now this only takes you to the company website.
Messaging. Web browser.
So you've got that, which
Critical
is pretty
event
neat.
reporting.
And of course that, home. And then this
Home. Messaging.
right here, pop that up. So that pops up into a full QWERTY keyboard that you can use. Okay. Or push that for the virtual keyboard and type away. That one's not really great, but it works. Light button down here, that changes the brightness, and that's about it. So there's the Qualcomm / eLogs. Your Qualcomm's all under messaging. Again, I'm not going to send that, show you that, because there's some pretty sensitive company stuff in there. You guys understand. So there it is. Any questions, let me know. I'll try and answer them for you.